Welcome back to All the Crackers in the Box. Hello. Salutations. Oh, my new yarn's sitting there. Isn't it nice? I'm super excited. It looks so good. Anyway, yes, I am one of those people that really enjoys the small things, the little things. Give me a little bit and I'm super excited. Very grateful for everything I have and everyone in my life that is there. Okay. I'm so glad you're here because today feels like organizing time. I really am getting annoyed with how cluttered my desk got this week. It's just been a lot. So come hang out. Let's chat. Alright, so this is not my first time doing this. Probably won't be my last either. Maybe. Well, depends. Got a new one. I don't know where I put the other one. The last one I used, I mean. Okay, so I want to cake up what's left of my skeins here from my bags. I'm not going to be needing these colors anymore, so I decided I'm just going to do tiny cakes because that's what I would like to do instead of trying to figure out this later on a later date. And yeah, so slide it in. And just give yourself little loops. I like to go this way where it's facing down. It feels a little awkward, so we're going to go up, cross it over, and so forth and so forth. So, hope everybody's getting their projects together. On the subject of yarn rings, did all this research, did all this stuff, found some really cool ideas. Then, 2 days later, coming across on my social media, somebody had the brilliant idea to crochet yarn rings. Are you joking? So I may have to do that. I don't want to use the other person's picture because it's like Instagram and stuff like that, and I just don't feel comfortable posting other people's work. So basically what it is it's would fit around here or here or here. She had them on each finger, and it was like single crochets and then 2 rows, I think, of single crochet. I'd probably do 2, but I think she did 1, maybe 2. And then the next row was like a double crochet, and then chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. So, I mean, it's not going to be something that's absolutely crazy, but in a pinch for people who do not have the money and have a little bit of scraps, this might actually work. So I am probably going to have to whip one of those up just to see how that works out. Okay, here we are. I found you on 2 ends. Perfect. And I'm just going for a small little cake. I play that fish game on Temu, and my prize that I'm on 99% here. This is when it gets really, really slow for getting your prize up. They always do that. But they keep on giving me extra days, which is great. Anyways, this will be my 3rd prize, and it is a yarn winder and a knitting machine, if you can believe that. So I am definitely on top of getting every chance I can. You had to sign in a few times a day and feed your fish. And if you buy something, you get a bunch of extra. And yeah, so I've been working on it here and there. Well, every day. What am I saying here and there? I've been trying really hard to get this prize. I really want this prize. My air blower is great. That is one of my prizes. The tripod I'm using right now to hold my phone up so I can talk to you is fantastic. I love that thing. It's really good. My Made in the 80s shirt with Rainbow Bright on it is super cute. I'm probably going to wear it again this week because we're in the right weather for a long sleeve shirt. Yes. So, grateful for that. And one of the other prizes I won was a group of sushi chef kitties, and those will be framed and put in my kitchen shortly. Hopefully. I've got them underneath a pile of Harry Potter books and Goosebump hardcovers and all sorts of interesting young adult books. I got a big pile of them on the side of my bed on my other bedside table, and they are being flattened. Got a few pictures in there that, they come to you rolled up. So the first thing you got to do is flatten them out, and that does take quite a while. And I'm taking my time checking them. My son's medical illustrations copied from somebody's notes from like the 1800s or something, and they're really neat. There's handwriting all over them. They're really cool, and they show the skeletal system, how teeth grow in, and all sorts of cool stuff. So he wants those to be in his room, and they're really, really interesting. So I get those for him too. Dollarama, here we come. We'll clean you out of all your right-sized frames. I want frames, but I don't want them with the glass in them. I like the plastic in them because if we decide we don't want to have certain pictures up, it's easier to store. Glass has the tendency to sometimes break when you have small children in your house. Oh my God. Speaking of children, we had quite the scare today. My son and he had a rough day the other day and stressing about school. And, okay, it's going to sound weird. One of his all-time favorite TV shows is Kitchen Nightmares with Gordon Ramsay. That's the one where he goes in and he tears down, basically, how people are running their restaurants and helps them fix it by cleaning up and telling them what they're doing wrong and how they could do better and how to make their restaurant a success. My son and I have always, since he was a tiny guy, I've loved this show. I'm talking, he's 2 or 3, and he was always into that jam. I guess that's why he's working in the kitchen now. Anyway, he needed just a little hangout time without everybody else. So my husband's making dinner. My daughters go upstairs to the play area, which is right outside my son's room. There's a little vestibule, and there's a little TV and a dollhouse and some toys up there for them to play with for, change of scenery, get them off the floor above my neighbor, so if they're being extra, especially around dinner time, they get a little bit hyped up. So we can put them on the second floor of our place. Not that there's a lot of room for them up there, but they have some space to play, and it's not so bad. For the neighbor downstairs, we're trying our best to be considerate neighbors. Anyways, so he's just tired of them, and they're just being extra, because I think they're catching something. I think they're both getting a little sick. The middle daughter is saying everything smells awful to her for the last day or so. No matter where she is, she's like, air doesn't smell good. I'm taking that as she's got something going on in her sinus. And she's been extra defiant, which tells me she might be run down and not feeling good. So, anyway, my son and I got super excited because we found out that Kitchen Nightmares is back. And I have a streaming service here in Canada, CTV, which is Canadian TV, not to be confused with the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, which is the CBC. They have apps, and you can stream a lot of regular TV shows on there. Turns out Kitchen Nightmares, a new season, is one of them. So we watched the beginning episode. I'm just gonna put you there for that because you're so cute. And so we're in here, we're doing that. My girls are upstairs, and like I said, being extra defiant. My daughter has gotten a science experiment, and it's a volcano. They decided they were going to go through their brother's room, which they're not supposed to do. And he has that hidden in his room because it has food dye that comes in the kit. And him being responsible is not okay with them using food dye on the carpet. What ends up happening? Food dye on the carpet. And all over their little hands. So I spring into action with my handy dandy cleaning toothbrush and dish soap and blotting cloths and all that nice stuff, and I go to town because it's red on a beige carpet. Red. Drops of red. It wasn't like a lot. It was just all centralized in one spot. At least if I find it somewhere else, there's going to be some problems because I asked specifically, please just tell me that it's in one spot. Tell me if there's anywhere else. I'm not going to get mad. I just want to make sure that we clean it up before it becomes something I can't clean up. So she promises it was just there. And I gave them my little hand scrubbers to scrub their hands, and we scrubbed it all off of them. Oh, my poor son. He thought the youngest was bleeding because she had just fallen, slipped on the stairs a little bit. Oh, it was just a whole thing right at dinner time. And then they were just being so much throughout dinner. It just kept going. So yeah, tonight was an early bedtime. Everybody's sleeping, but not comfortably. The littlest one has woken up pretty upset. She's 3, and today was the day where she wants a blanket on her, but not the blanket on her like that. What does that mean? And this was something she got really upset about. So it's just been, I'm just a little bit stressed out, trying my best to be calm. So this is really nice and relaxing, and getting this area a little bit straightened up. I have had to use my new neck fan, one of those ones that go around your neck. In the last few days, it's been feeling off and on hot. Thankfully, it makes some noise, but it's not like the loudest thing. I think I talk louder than it, which doesn't seem to bother anybody, so that is what it is. Oh, this will be exciting because, yeah, my desk was getting to a pretty bad spot again. And I don't even want to talk about the floor beside my chair here. I pulled out about 6 bags of yarn. I'm looking for some colors that I have because I need to get some colors for some projects, which I'll talk about probably in the next video. But it's yeah, there's a lot of shopping bags on the floor full of yarn because I need to organize a little better. They were all project bags, and I just end up throwing in other yarns in them, so they just explode into space, sort of. I need to make one for one of my next amigurumis, and I am struggling with this one. I'm supposed to make 2 hats of, and I'm not liking how they're turning out. I don't know what I'm going to do here. I'm just going to have to maybe give it a rest for a day, because I've been working on it, and it's just, ugh. The color change is what's getting me, because I'm trying to use 2 colors, and I'm switching them, but I get, like, on the inside of the hat, you can see where the hair color changes, because the carrying is, like, way too far, and I can't seem to figure out how to not carry it like that. So, I don't know. And then the way I'm changing the color, it's bunching up for some reason. I'm not quite sure why it's doing stuff it's doing, because it works with everything else I've made with that type. The invisible color change. You're going backwards. Pull your loop out to the front. I don't know. Might have to do some adjusting here and figure out something. Just not sure. Anyway, getting close to being done wrapping these guys up, which will be great because that's a little less, and I can store them. I want to use them as the black I did last time. I have already used it. I think there's like just the tiniest bit of it left, and it was nice and easy just to grab it and just be able to sit it down. So that is very convenient, very exciting. I really like that. I ended up missing out on this month's Fiber Arts Club. There was just way too much going on at home to get out. Lots of drama, kid drama usually, and adult drama. It was just not the day to do it for me, and I figure this is going to happen to me. I cannot commit to these things, especially if it's only once a month. If it's a couple times a month, maybe a bit earlier, I could do it, but this is right around when my family can become very volatile and stressed out, because this is around the time that most of my family goes to bed. The girls are early bedtimers. It takes a while to get the middle one relaxed enough to go to sleep. And the tiny one, she likes to sleep. She'd sleep. She just loves a good cuddle. She loves to lay down. She is my Garfield. She can stay up. She would. But if it's a choice between, staying up or getting a nice snuggle in her warm, cozy bed, she loves her warm, cozy bed. She's going to be fun when she gets older and realizes she can sleep. She's going to be one of those teenagers. I can just tell. But then again, she might surprise me and become the most active out of all my kids. I don't know. You can never actually pinpoint it. You can speculate. So I'm going to speculate. I'm not going to say for sure, though, because I don't know. I am very excited that I'm getting some work done on my cross stitch. I'm looking at my new skeins of DMC there. Really nice. Really excited about that. So that's good to get more colors. And my projects. Oh, we're going to talk about my projects in my next video. I've got a few hang-ups I'm trying to figure out and puzzle out. And it's just, when it gets to that point where sometimes you're just, I don't know if it's just maybe I'm not feeling good, or the kid's not feeling great, it's just affecting me, or it's just the weather. It could be the weather, Totally could. I haven't sat here with this light on my face for a few days, and that could probably do it. It is a pretty good light. It's making my aloe vera just go insane up there. I do think I am going to lose my spider plant, but for some reason, for the first time in my whole life, my African violet is just, that thing is just insanity how much it's growing. It's a big deal. But I have some dirt to throw on the two that are doing well in here, and I should be doing that in the next couple days. It's almost watering day, so I think in the next 3 or 4 months, I'm probably going to want to replant them. Give them a little more room, but I might just wait till the spring, because I mean, it's not the best idea to replant plants in the fall. I haven't done it already, and it's already getting pretty cold here overnight. Cold enough to freeze my poor little spider plant. But we'll see if maybe I can get my spider plant back. I might be able to do something. I'm going to keep trying. But I really doubt it. I think it's way too far gone. And that happens sometimes with plants. And I usually have a pretty green thumb, so just when it gets cold, it gets cold. There's not a lot I can do to stop that. And all I'm thinking about is maybe putting a piece of plastic across this top shelf where I keep them. So maybe that'll actually, keep them warm. Keep that little bit of heat in there to create a little bit more of a barrier between that and the cooler air that's circulating. Because it's not cold, it's just cooler than 40 degrees by far. Because 40 degrees is insanely hot. Alright, reaching the end. This one's going to be much bigger. I used way less of the white. The ghosts were smaller than the pumpkins, which is totally makes sense to me. It really does. I did less rounds. Yeah, I'd be happy when these bags are behind me. Got my green. Maybe I'll cake that up to make that a little easier, but no, I don't know. I'm probably just going to have to use a needle and thread and just needle and yarn. Sorry. Needle and yarn. Use my needle and yarn and just draw it in. The pumpkins need their stems. They look kind of odd without them. I don't like the way they look without them. I think that would finish it for details. I'm glad the ghosts don't have mouths. That would have just been a whole other adventure. Okay, here we are. Here we go. Reaching the end. And yes, I really love the idea of everything being in cakes. I do. I love the cakes. I really do. A little disappointed I didn't get a blossom cake today, but I got so many of these yarns that I'm okay. I really am. But I'd love to get some carrot cakes just because I've been using them. I just finished using my last 2 besides my cotton cake. I have 1 cotton cake and a partial all white. They don't even make that one anymore. I got a partial one and it's got to be salmon cake. Oh no, don't you start unraveling. You get back in there. Boom, boom, boom. It didn't want to come out of its little niche there. Get a squishy. So we just pulled that out. A squish, and this one's not very cakey. It turned out kind of roundish. But you know what? It'll still sit. I'll still be able to do a center pull. And I will still be able to have it not roll off the counter if I put it down. So, there we go. Couple cute little cakes. Thanks for joining me here at All the Crackers in the Box. I'm so glad you sat with me while I did some maintenance. Hope to see you again very soon. Bye.